I just sort of wanted to point out the sort of difference that we have in terms of friendships and whatnot. But
I
um,
understand.
no, I just wanted to point that out. Just like we just have a different point of view there. But
Yeah.
um, I, I just don't. The only thing I want from Spoonie is I want him to go back to making those like Final Fantasy 8 or SWAT 4 videos. Those were awesome. Those were his peak. And then he does Doctor Insano, and it's like, well, okay, have fun.
Well, his videos I don't have a problem with. The sad thing is, I mean, he is really talented and he is really funny, and he doesn't need to do this to get people to like him, to have support because he is really talented. That's what kills me, you know.
Mm. He has the potential, but one of my problems is that he automatically assumes he has this natural God-given talent in any venue, in any capacity, and he just assumes that he's mastered certain arts like stand-up comedy, and that personally bothers the shit out of me because his stand-up comedy is literally catered to his fans, and in the real world that wouldn't fly, and that bothers me because that's an insult to all the time and effort I put into stand-up comedy and other comics put into stand-up comedy. So that's one of those things that sort of bothers me from at least an artistic point of view, is that he does have that sort of attitude where I have touched it, therefore it has become golden, and I just don't appreciate that. You know, it's just one of those things that just bothers the shit out of me, and I realize I'm kind of going off on a tangent there, but there you go.
Well, you know, it really sucks when someone is really talented but they're not really humble about it.
Yeah,
And like they're the shit, but they really think they're the shit, you know, because like there are a lot of people that deserve fame and success more than him, you know, and I think they're just as talented. And it kills me that someone who's acting like that, people do give him the support because they like his videos, but just making good videos does not mean that they're a good person. You can support his videos. I don't care if you like his videos, but you know, people are treating other people like we're wrong because they think they know him better because his videos are funny, and he's not the same person that he's in the videos. You know, he's even nicer in the videos than he is on Twitter.
it's nice in real life than he is on Twitter and in the
Yeah,
videos. He'd be a nice guy.
you know,
Yeah.
and just saying that it's a Twitter personality or whatever. If it was just a Twitter personality, he wouldn't be treating people like that in private. He wouldn't be, you know, he'd be like, oh, sorry, that's just a, you know, Twitter thing, and then he would leave it alone, you know, like do some other asshole things on Twitter, but he's not.
Now I'm going to call myself out on my own hypocrisy here because yesterday I was beating my own chest on how awesome we were and why our community is awesome. So I mean I was doing a little bit of that, but I never proclaimed myself to be a fantastic this fantastic speaker or public speaker or anything like that. And that's what was bothering me. That's one of the things that just bothered me about him was that he would always just he would go and he called himself Noah Antweiler for a while, Noah the stand-up comedian for a while, and I wanted to slap him in the face and go, you know, you told a fucking you told jokes to a room full of your fans at Magfest.
Oh yeah, well,
That's
oh
not
it's
stand-up comedy. That's just telling jokes to your fans at Magfest.
oh yeah, well if you know, it's so weird to me. I love going to Magfest and I love talking to people and I love talking to fans. I love fans. Don't get me wrong. It's nothing like that. Um, but anything that you say, people will laugh at. And it's very strange because I'll just say something that's kind of like, you know, you'd smile politely at in real life, and then huge laugh from everyone. It's very strange to get that reaction, you know, and you get that in crowds, you know, when you're having a good time. And that's
Yeah.
fine. I do it too. I laugh at stuff because everyone else is having a good time. You know, it's not quite the same as if you go out and just try to be funny to people who don't know who you are, you know?
I don't know. It's just one of those things where I mean, it's fine. It's not that he shouldn't do that stuff. I think it's great when you do that for the fans. When you do something that cool for the fans and just be like, hey, I've got this list of jokes. Let's have some fun. You know, let's call it stand up and comedy, whatever. It's fine. But don't pretend that you're a stand up comedian now because you were able to get your own fans to laugh at you. Cole,
Yeah.
come back to me when you've done the open mic nights and you've performed for a for a theater owner, a club owner, and he's approved you to go on stage, during the middle of the act when nobody will fucking remember you. And so you can cut your teeth and you'll be the MC for a day or something. Come back to me then tell me you're a stand-up comedian. I mean, right now I was just like, don't insult me by doing that,
Well, and there's nothing wrong with being proud of yourself or thinking that you're good, or like being confident. There's nothing there's nothing wrong with that. It's just when you go to extremes, when you're very full of yourself, that's when it's bad. So when you're talking about how you love your community, you think you're the best, or you're talking about yourself like that, that's fine. If you were doing that all the time, it'd be different.
Yeah. I want to sort of address here UK Cam there. It bothers me. I think everyone involved is being childish and likely has some issues. Now, I do have my own personal issues, which I speak about, but I fully admit, I mean, even going into this, I had problems with Noah going into this. So if I come off as I have an axe to grind, I do. So I'm not the most impartial person about this. Don't come to me for facts on this issue. This is more, from my point of view, finally cutting ties forever with this guy, and I never have to speak to him again. For me, that's what this is. But